Welcome to Section 4 on the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points, or HACCP Food Safety System. HACCP is a food safety management system based on identifying and controlling significant biological, chemical, or physical hazards at specific points in a product's flow through an operation. An effective HACCP system must be based on a written plan specific to each facility's menu, customers, equipment, processes, and operations. The HACCP plan is based on 7 basic principles. The 7 principles are: conduct a hazard analysis, determine critical control points, establish critical limits, establish monitoring procedures, identify corrective actions, verify the system works, and establish procedures for record keeping and documentation. Principles 1 and 2 identify and evaluate hazards. Principles 3, 4, and 5 establish hazard control. Principles 6 and 7 maintain the HACCP plan and system and verify their effectiveness. A written HACCP plan is required for regulatory approval before conducting activities like reduced oxygen packaging, packaging juice, or special processes like smoking food for preservation. A variance is a written authorization allowing modification of food code requirements when no public health hazard will result. A variance is required for activities such as smoking food for preservation, curing food, or using reduced oxygen packaging. Highly susceptible populations include groups more likely to experience severe foodborne illness, such as preschool children, the elderly, and immunocompromised individuals. For facilities serving these groups, only pasteurized juices and eggs may be served, reservice of food is prohibited, and raw or undercooked animal foods are prohibited. Only pasteurized eggs or egg products may be served to highly susceptible populations. This includes cooked-to-order eggs and eggs used in sauces, mayonnaise, or egg-fortified beverages. Raw shell eggs are not permitted unless fully cooked as an ingredient. When pooling eggs for multiple servings, pasteurized eggs are required. Raw shell eggs can only be used if prepared for one consumer, combined right before cooking, and cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Egg pooling under special conditions requires an approved HACCP plan. A consumer advisory is required when serving raw, undercooked, or non-pathogen-eliminated animal foods such as beef, fish, lamb, pork, poultry, shellfish, or eggs. Consuming these raw or undercooked foods may increase the risk of foodborne illness. Approximately 32 million Americans have food allergies. A food allergy is the body's negative reaction to a food protein. Reactions can range from itching, throat tightening and hives, to gastrointestinal issues, loss of consciousness, or even death. The major food allergens include milk, eggs, fish, crustacean shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, soy, and sesame. Employees must accurately inform customers about allergens and fully describe food preparation. When preparing allergen-free food, prevent cross-contact, use clean and sanitized equipment, prepare the food separately when possible, and serve sauces and garnishes on the side. Pet dogs are allowed in outdoor dining areas only with local authority approval. Dogs must not pass through indoor food spaces. Employees must not handle or have direct contact with dogs while working. Food and contact surfaces must be protected, and establishments need written procedures for managing disruptive dogs and ensuring food safety. Certain food processes require scientific validation to ensure safety. This includes confirming that cooking poultry to 165 degrees Fahrenheit controls salmonella and that fermented foods have validated pH controls. Documentation must be available for regulatory review. A preventative controls qualified individual must oversee validation and verification. Monitoring records must be reviewed within 7 days. Equipment, such as thermometers, must be calibrated. Verification activities and supplier approvals must be documented and maintained.